Bonjour et bienvenue aux prochaines leçons virtuelles. Aujourd'hui, on va discuter les verbes pronominaux au passé. Hello and welcome to our next lesson, our virtual lesson. And today we're talking about the reflexive verbs, the pronominal verbs in the past tense using passé composé. So talk about things that we did yesterday and back. So after this lesson, you should be able to use those new reflexive verbs in both the present and the past tense. So let's get started. Two simple rules. Avec les verbes pronominaux, on utilise toujours être au passé composé. On doit décider si la pipasse a besoin d'accord ou non. So with reflexive verbs, you must always use être as the linking verb, as the auxiliary verb, as the VA. So we're never going to be using avoir with a reflexive verb. So once you know you're using a reflexive verb in the past tense, you know you need to use être, no having to think about it. And the tricky part, though, is you must decide if your PPAS, your past participle, the past tense form, needs agreement or not. It's not like avoir, which never uses agreement, or Vandertramp, which always uses agreement. It's going to be a maybe. You might need it, you might not. And that's what we need to focus on more. On y va. Les verbes pronominaux au passé composé. So I've got two charts. This is the first one to help explain it. I got another one right after that's going to give you another way of looking at it. Whichever way makes sense to you, memorize that one, perfect that one, make sure it makes sense for you. And that's the one I want you to be consistently using. So for this one, it's just doing a comparison. So if your pronom pronominal, if your reflexive pronoun is your direct object, meaning it's what's getting verbed, then you need agreement. If your ROS, your rest of the sentence, whatever is after the verb, is your direct object, then you don't need agreement. So for instance, we have two sentences that almost say the exact same thing. Elle s'est lavée, il s'est lavé les mains. In the first one, the question is, what's being lavé? What's getting washed? Is it the se or something after the verb? Since there's nothing after the verb, process of elimination, it must be the se. So since my reflexive pronoun is what got washed, then I need to put agreement for the subject, which is elle, so I need to add an e. Elle s'est lavée. In the second sense, elle s'est lavé les mains, we have a se, and we have les mains, hands. What got washed? Se or les mains? In the second sentence, les mains is what got washed. So since that is the direct object, we don't need agreement. So if the reflexive pronoun, or sorry, if the direct object is before the verb, you need agreement. If it's after the verb, you don't. So that means when it's a reflexive pronoun is what's being verbed, you need to make sure you have agreement for your subject. If it's not the direct object in these sentences, then you don't. Same thing, just written a different way. You can just ask yourself two simple questions, kind of like a little flowchart. Is there a ROS? Is there anything after the verb? If it's a reflexive verb in the past tense, ask yourself, is there anything after the verb? If there's not, then you definitely need agreement. If there is, then you need to ask yourself, okay, does my ROS contain the direct object? So is whatever's in my ROS, is that what's got verbed? Is that what got verbed? Elle s'est lavé les mains. What got verbed? What got washed? The hands. So if it is the direct object, then you don't need agreement. So if you answer no to is there a ROS and is the ROS a direct object, if the answer to either one of those questions is no, then you do need agreement. Pause the video and copy this chart down if you so choose, or rewind. So now let's look at this in context. Okay, so now we have some example sentences. You'll notice I got the subject, je through il plural. I've got my reflexive pronoun for each sentence. Notice that the singular il and elle has an s apostrophe because the form of être starts with a vowel. Être, because that's what I use with all my reflexive verbs in the past tense. Since most reflexive verbs are regular ER verbs, hey, the past tense form is easy to write, E with an accent. Then I got a space for agreement, potentially, and then I have my ROS. the end of the sentence, or rest of the sentence, if you forgot what that meant. So, now we need to decide, does it need agreement or not? First sentence, je me suis amusé en classe. Je me suis amusé en classe. What had fun, me or en classe? So did me have fun or did en classe have fun? Well, en classe means in class, so it can't possibly be. So the direct object is me. So that means I do need agreement. Now, gentlemen, for je, we don't need to add an E. We're good. Je me suis amusé, and we're done. Ladies, je me suis amusé for you, you would need to put an E. So when we're writing about je, myself, make sure we're putting in proper agreement. So gentlemen, also, keep that in mind. If you are speaking as a female, je me suis amusé would need an E. Il s'est lavé. Il s'est lavé. Which one was the direct object? Is it the se or is it the ras? Well, there is no ras, so we automatically know it's se. Il s'est lavé. So it does need agreement, but since it's singular masculine, the agreement is adding nothing. So il s'est lavé is done. Elle s'est lavée. Elle s'est lavée. Again, which one's the direct object? Se or the ras? There is no ras. So se is my automatic direct object, which means I need agreement for elle. Since elle is singular feminine, I need to add an E. Elle s'est lavée. Nous nous sommes habillés ce matin. Nous nous sommes habillés ce matin. What got dressed? Nous or ce matin? Ce matin means this morning. So which one got dressed? Nous or ce matin? Nous is my direct object. So since that is my direct object, I do need agreement. Since I know it's at least plural, I must add an S. Nous nous sommes habillés ce matin. Vous vous êtes maquillé les yeux. Vous vous êtes maquillé les yeux. Maquiller, put on makeup. So what got makeup? Vous or les yeux? Vous or les yeux? Les yeux meaning eyes. Vous or les yeux? Les yeux got makeup. So that is my ras. Since the ras is getting verb, since my ras is the direct object, that means I don't need agreement. So vous vous êtes maquillé les yeux is done. Ils se sont rasés. Ils se sont rasés. What got shaved? Ce or the ras? Since there is no ras, and then that means ce is my direct object. That means I need agreement. Since it is plural masculine, I must include an S. Last one. Elles se sont rasées les jambes. Elles se sont rasées les jambes. Les jambes or ce. Les jambes meaning legs. Ce or les jambes. Which one got shaved? Les jambes is what got shaved, which means I don't need agreement. Elles se sont rasées les jambes. Even though it's plural, even though it's feminine, les jambes is my direct object, so I don't need to add agreement. Now, before we wrap up, just one little hint to help you recognize something. If you look at les yeux and les jambes, those are the two sentences we knew we didn't need to add agreement. Les yeux and les jambes are both what? Nouns, plural. Yes, but they're also more specifically body parts. So here's a little hint. If you're using reflexive verb in the past tense with a body part, then you most likely do not need agreement. Because obviously reflexive verbs are going to be performed on that body part. There's your direct object. No agreement needed. Okay? All right, mesdames, messieurs. With that, that is the end of this lesson in this video for the day. As we go forward this week, you are going to be practicing using these reflexive verbs in the past tense. Please make sure you are doing what you can, taking good notes, reviewing this video as needed. A bientôt!